Join the NCC, it's important to understand that there are two divisions in the NCC. One is called the Junior Division and the other is called the Senior Division. Okay, so let's first understand what Junior Division is. What Senior Division is. Your dream of joining NCC is based on this. It all depends on this. So, first, JD or JW, which is known as Junior Division or Junior Wing. So, all the students studying in 9th class, 8th class, 9th class, etc. can do NCC from Junior Division. Remember this. Now let's talk about Senior Division or Senior Wing, which is called SD or SW. If all of you are studying in 11th class or 12th class, or in the first year, BA, BTech, BSc, BBA, BCom or whatever, or you are studying in the second year, then only those students who have BA and BTech in the second year can get admission in NCC in the second year. Okay? So all the children who are above 11th class, all of them will come in the Senior Division. They will come in the Senior Wing, remember this. So now tell me, which class are all of you studying in? So if you are studying above 11th, then which class will you come in? So you will do NCC from the Senior Division. If you are studying in 8th class or 9th class, then you will do NCC from the Junior Division. And one more thing, if you do NCC from the Junior Division, then your training will be of 2 years. If you do NCC from the Senior Division, then your training will be of 3 years. Okay? Remember this, everyone. Now the second question that comes to everyone's mind is, what should be our age to join NCC? What should be our age? So let me make it clear to all of you here. If you want to join NCC from the Junior Division, your age should be between 12 and 18.5 years. The Director General of Police, NDC, has stated on the official NCC website that your age should be between 12 and 18.5 years. If you're talking about the Senior Division, meaning you're above 11th grade, studying in 11th, 12th, or in the first year, then if you want to join NCC, your age should be up to 26 years, meaning you can join NCC until you're 26. Okay? So, that means you have the opportunity to join NCC until you're 26. Okay? This is officially stated on the website, as you can see. Okay? Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 is, what is the height required to enroll in the NCC? Okay, that's quite obvious, so let me clarify one thing for you. Height doesn't matter in the NCC. Many of you may have wondered, sir, why doesn't height matter in the NCC? It depends on how short your height is, even if you're admitted to the NCC. There's no problem with that. But neither the Director General of the NCC nor the NCC's official website has stated anywhere that if you want to join the NCC, your height must be this much. It's not written anywhere. It's not officially stated that if you want to join the NCC, your height must be this much. Therefore, height doesn't matter in the NCC. But one problem arises. See, sometimes height requirements are imposed when vacancies are too few and the number of students is too many. Suppose there are 40 NCC vacancies, and 400 students have applied for NCC admission. 400 students won't be selected because the number of vacancies is limited to 40. So, you have to screen all the students. So, how do you screen them? To screen all the students, your PI staff, your ONYO sir, and your CO sir are forced to impose height requirements so that they can be screened and select those with good, tall stature. Okay, why? Because the number of vacancies is low. There are only 40. How can you recruit so many students? It's difficult, isn't it? It's a problem, a huge problem. Because there are 40 vacancies, height criteria are imposed to screen you out. So, you might wonder, sir, if you recruit again, how many students will you take? So, if I share my personal opinion, my experience, if you're a female candidate, meaning a girl, your height should be at least 155 centimeters or more. If you're a male candidate, meaning a boy, your height should be above 167 centimeters. This is my personal experience, okay? If I also tell you this, if your height is much less than this, much less. Let's say 150 centimeters, okay? If your height is 142 centimeters or less, you still have to try for NCC recruitment. Don't give up, otherwise, many of you have doubts in your mind. Sir, I'm short. Let it be, sir. Why should we join the NCC? We won't, because we won't be selected. Quote, don't think like that. Whenever there's an NCC recruitment in your college, or wherever there's an NCC recruitment in your unit, you must be present there because you too could be selected. I've personally selected students with very short height, even those with a height of 140 centimeters. Remember, we've given them a chance too. So, this doesn't mean you won't get into NCC if you're short. Now, you have to go and see, try. The height requirement depends on the local NCC officer and PI staff. But you must go and see. All students do this much work. Okay, let's move on to question number 4. That is, as soon as your height is measured, then your physical test begins. Okay, so many of you have doubts in your mind. Sir, what happens in the NCC physical test? So, the first thing in the physical test is your running, okay? Now, talking about running, it depends on which area your running is taking place in. On which ground? If your running is taking place on, say, a small college premises, then you will be made to run less there. Okay? If your running is taking place on a large ground, then it is obvious that you will be made to run more. So, sir, if you are made to run, how much will you be made to run? So, let me tell you one thing. If we talk about running, you have to prepare for 1,600 meters. You will be made to run 1,600 meters. Now, it depends on the size of the ground. If you're being recruited in a small area, you'll be asked to run less. But if the ground is larger, you'll be asked to run more. That means you'll definitely be asked to run for 1,600 meters. Okay? So, you have to prepare for the 1,600 meters. Now, many of you have this doubt. Sir, what should be the time limit? We now know what the timing is for 1,600 meters. There's no time limit for 1,600 meters. Look, NCC is part of the military. You know, just like time doesn't matter in the military, time doesn't matter for running in NCC either. If more students come at a time, 20 or 30 will be left out. The first 1, 2, or 3 of them will be selected. For example, if you're watching the video, there were fewer students here. So, 3 students are being left out at a time. So, the first one among these 3 will be selected. Remember this, okay? Time doesn't matter here. You have to cross 1,600 meters as quickly as you can, and you have to run as fast as possible so that you come first and get selected. Okay, so, if you still have doubts about the time, sir, there's no time limit. Only the first one will be selected. Okay? I hope you're understanding these things well. Additionally, once you clear the running test, you'll have to do some more physical tests, such as sit-ups. So, the minimum number of sit-ups you'll need to do is 20 or more. In addition to that, if we talk about push-ups, you'll also need to do push-ups. You'll need to do over 20, and you'll also need to do pull-ups, which will total over 20. The physical test consists of 4 events. Running. After that, you'll need to do sit-ups. Then you'll need to do push-ups. Then you'll need to do pull-ups. Remember this. These 4 events are included in your physical test. So, your physical test is now complete. If you clear the physical test or perform well in the physical test, then your medical test takes place. Right? You might be wondering, sir, what does a medical test entail? Let's try to understand this in a little more detail. In the medical test, you're medically examined in a very basic way. First, your hands are checked. You have to extend your hands forward. Your hands are thoroughly checked. Additionally, you shouldn't have any tattoos of any kind on your body. Remember this. If you have too many or large tattoos on your body, your chances of getting into NC are reduced. Remember this, okay? Also, your toes, that is, your knees, will be checked to see if they touch each other. They're not stuck together. That will be checked. Your feet will also be examined. Remember this. So, it's a very basic medical. The medical isn't too difficult. So, I'd like to give you all a tip here. Okay? If you seriously want to join NC, then then here's a tip for you. That tip is, whenever you have a medical test, Army personnel come in front of you to take the medical test. Okay? So you're made to stand and told to extend your hands or feet forward. You have to stand in a standing position. Okay? So, when you extend your hands forward, your hands start shaking. Your hands start trembling. They tremble because there's a fear somewhere inside you. During recruitment, you're afraid of any soldier or soldier in front of you. So, don't be afraid. Remember this, because of that fear, your hands start shaking. If your hands start shaking, the soldier will think this kid is medically unfit because his hands are shaking. This means there's some problem with his hands. But there's no problem with your hands. You, brother, have fear. Your hands shake because of your fear. But what will those soldiers think? They'll think there's some problem with your hands. Because of this, you'll be rejected. You'll be rejected during the medical examination. Remember this. Your hands shouldn't move, and your legs shouldn't move either. Remember this right now, otherwise, you'll have trouble during the recruitment process. Don't blame me, okay? Okay, very good. So, these are some tricks and techniques for passing the medical examination. Okay? Also, clean your earbuds a little before going. Okay? Clean your nose a little before going. Okay? You'll have to take a bath, etc. Whenever you go for recruitment, remember this a little. All children, okay? And your haircut, okay? You need to have it cut a little like the army. Otherwise, if you grow long hair like your name, you won't get selected. Everyone, remember this. You also need to shave and go. Only then will you definitely get selected in the NCA, okay? Now, let's say all of you have just cleared the medical examination. It's a very basic medical examination, so you will definitely get selected in that. There's no problem with that, okay? And every single doubt is in your mind. Sir, I wear glasses. Okay, sir, I wear glasses, so will I get selected in the NCA? Absolutely, brother. Even if you wear glasses, there's no problem. You will get selected in the NCA. But your glasses number or your eye number shouldn't be too high. It shouldn't be too much. So, if it's normal, you'll be fine. Okay? Now you've cleared the medical exam. After clearing the medical exam, you have a written exam. Okay, so, what do you have to do in the written exam? Let me tell you what questions are asked in the NCC written test or the NC entrance test. Let's try to understand this as well. The written test is very basic. It's conducted in a simple manner. In this written test, you'll ask questions about basic general awareness, general knowledge, a few current affairs questions, sports-related questions, and defense-related questions. Along with that, there will be questions related to defense and NCC. So, there's nothing to be too intimidated by. It's a very basic paper. If you want to know about the NC exam, understand in detail how the NC exam is conducted, then you can't help but wonder. So, I've uploaded all 70 papers for you. If you memorize even those 70 papers thoroughly, you'll definitely be selected. So, if you want to study those 70 papers, where can you find them? Go to the Google Play Store. Search for Mission NCC on the Google Play Store. You'll find a Mission NCC application there. Install it. After installing it, first go to the menu. Click on the menu. Whenever you open the application, click on the menu. After that, you'll see a plus icon. Click on the NCC New Recruitment 2022 button, and you'll see over 70 entrance tests. You'll have to solve all of those tests. Practice them. So, I'll provide the application link in the description box of the video. Go to the Google Play Store and install the application. You can study as much as you need to prepare for the NCC entrance test. And preparing for the NCC entrance is also a little important. Take the 70th test. Your selection is guaranteed. Okay? Along with that, all of you kids have just downloaded the application. This means you've definitely cleared your written test. Okay? You've cleared the return. Now, after clearing the written test, the final stage is your interview. So, let's talk about what's asked in the NCC recruitment interview. Okay, many kids start to get scared right away, wondering what will happen in the interview. So, the interview is a basic one, in which your self-confidence is tested. For example, they ask, "What's your name?" Okay, you have to tell us about your family background, your educational qualifications, and your interests. Or what is your goal? What do you want to do in life? Okay, you'll be asked basic questions like these. So, without any fear, you have to tell us everything about your interests, your education, your goals, yourself, and your family. And along with that, you'll all be asked one question. The most important question is, why do you want to join the NCC? This is the most important question. You'll be asked, why do you want to join the NCC? You should have an answer to this.
अगर आप कोई और भाषा नहीं बोलते हैं, तो आपको डुओलिंगो को आजमाना चाहिए। क्या आपको पता है कि दुनिया में